This is true wilderness construction at its finest. At 2,000 meters elevation, a man builds a warm shelter beneath a massive boulder by lighting a fire. The interior is spacious with a large fireplace to ward off the cold. This prime location offers stunning mountain views right from the doorway. Mountain snow hasn't fully melted, and Maha can't resist exploring. Taking advantage of clear weather, he returns to these familiar mountains. After passing through dense forest, a huge rock appears, stopping him in his tracks. This wind-facing spot with space underneath is perfect for building shelter. He rolls up his sleeves and clears scattered stones to create a flat area. Maha squeezes into the stone cave, only to find the space inside pitifully small, too cramped even to lie down, barely room to turn around. After thinking briefly, he suddenly recalls the principle of thermal expansion and contraction from middle school. With a plan in mind, he searches the nearby forest for dry wood of any size to bring back to the cave. He quickly gathers a small pile, places it in the cave's center, adds dry grass as kindling, and ignites it with sparks from flint. Heat and smoke churn in the tight space, roasting the rocks until they crack and shed surface fragments. Once the flames die out and the cave grows quiet, Maha takes his iron tool and clears away the loosened, crumbling stones, making the once narrow entrance significantly more spacious. He continues expanding inward until there's enough room for him to live comfortably. After cleaning out the debris, Maha brings flat stone slabs and lays them evenly on the cave floor. Next, he climbs the slope with a shovel, digs up moist soil from a shaded area, returns to the cave and spreads it evenly over the stone slabs. Press and smooth with your palm repeatedly as a bed for daily rest. Then he fixed the open space in front of the door, planning to build a wall around the entrance which would block the mountain wind and make the shelter more hidden. He searched for stones on the hillsides, carrying square ones directly, and for oddly shaped ones, he used his hammer to repeatedly strike the edges, shaping them to the size and form needed. Considering the strong mountain winds, ordinary stone walls could easily collapse, so after each layer of stones, Maha would spread mud on top to fill the gaps between them. This wet mud acted like natural glue, firmly holding each stone in place. When the wall was half built, Maha paused his work. He set out again to find a long stone nearby, first using his hammer to make its edges neat and even. With tremendous effort, he hauled the stone back to the shelter, placing it across the walls on both sides, creating space for a heating fireplace. After all this work, he couldn't rest yet. To properly seal the roof, the wall height needed to match the cave entrance, so he had to continue building upward. Fortunately, this area had abundant stones of all sizes and shapes, so Maha didn't worry about materials and could carefully select the most regular ones. At nearly 30 centimeters thick, the wall was incredibly sturdy. Even an earthquake wouldn't be concerning, because fear serves no purpose anyway. As the final stone was set in place, the wall finally reached its ideal height, and it was time to seal the roof. However, before that, he needed to chisel a gap above the entrance to facilitate installing the main beam. Next, he gathered a straight tree pole and positioned it in the center of the cave entrance as the main roof beam, then laid the remaining logs horizontally on both sides. With the logs crisscrossing, he quickly built the framework for the roof. He also left space for a door frame, making the shelter's layout more practical. After completing the frame, Maha spread out his prepared tarp, covered the entire roof securely and tied it down with rope. To be safe, he brought a bucket of soil and spread it evenly along the tarp edges to prevent it from blowing away in the wind. Then he dug some clay to seal all the wall cracks thoroughly, working from bottom to top to keep cold drafts out. With everything neatly arranged, Maha returned inside and lit the dry wood in the wall stove. Orange flames danced upward, gradually dispelling the cold as the temperature inside began to rise. The stove was designed with a flue to the outside, so all smoke vented outdoors, keeping the interior clean and fresh. Time passed quickly, and soon darkness fell. By then, the wood had burned down to perfect red coals, ideal for cooking. Maha began preparing his evening meal. After finishing his hearty dinner, Maha added more wood to the stove to stay warm through the night, then took out his kettle to brew hot tea. During this time, he pulled a blanket from his backpack that was just the right size to cover the doorframe. It not only blocked the night's cold wind, but also gave his shelter more privacy. Well fed and warm, Maha lay back on his bed, listening to the crackling fire as he began his first night in the stone cave.